The
Ah,
notebook.
yes.
Apparently
Yes.
the Marvel things they only have at the actual Moleskine stores, of which they have one in Boston. So I couldn't order um, the Iron Man or the Hulk or Thor online, but if you go to Boston and go to the Moleskine store, then uh, you can get one. And she got me one. Thor the mighty, Thor the brave, crush the infidels in your way. By your hammer, let none be saved. Live to die on that final day. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm all right, James.
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry. Had a minute.
the perfect guy to go on uh,
A notebook.
a notebook,
A thinking man's notebook.
a thinking man's notebook, an analog form of keeping track of things you need to remember.
Indeed.
Verily, you shall write upon this parchment with a pen, preferably a Pilot B2P. They're very comfortable in the hand.
Oh yes, yes, quite.
And they're made of recycled materials. It's
Yes.
best for Midgar.
Yes. It is healthy for the Midgard and for Asgard and for Jotunheim, for all of the nine worlds.
Yeah,
There are nine worlds.
Carol had me putting together a list for Christmas because she starts Christmas
Cool.
shopping in summer. Um, and this year we're doing stockings and like one present because it's gotten kind of ridiculous. We've been together for like 13 years. So every year we try and outdo each other. And so it's just gotten, you know, Christmas is great, but it's gotten ridiculous. We're just like, look at all these stuff. And so I was like, look, this year I don't need things. Stockings are the most fun part. Let's just do that. We'll get each other stockings with like the little stuff, you know. You just give me hankies and underwear, pins, and you know shit like that, and then like one present.
Yeah.
So she had me putting together a list, and one of the things I put on there was the. Am I breaking up?
No, you're not breaking up.
James?
Can you hear me?
God damn it!
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's breaking the fuck up.
Okay. Well, I can hear you fine.
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you fine. I'm not as interested, so that's why I look bored.
Oh. No, one of the things I told her I wanted was these things. These are the Pilot B2P pins. They're made out of recycled materials. I don't give a shit. It's made out of old bottles.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, I don't care. They fit perfect.
They're very handy.
Yeah. Every single one of them that she gave me, except for this one, which I keep at my desk at home, has been stolen.
They're very desirable.
Yeah, they're fantastic. They just fit right. They're a good weight. They got the little rubbery thing. And they're just fantastic pens. All of them. Every fucking one. Stolen. Except for that one. That one I keep. Stays here.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
It's fitting that you should bring up Thor.
Is it?
Yes. Oh, by the way, James.
Yes, Nick. Yes, Nick.
Nick. Welcome to Dorque.
Welcome to Dorque.
I'm Nick Moore.
I'm James Brown.
And I'm Nick Moore, and you're listening to Dorque, episode 128. So, James, you mentioned Thor. He's part of the Marvel universe.
Yes, he's been featured in several Marvel Cinematic Universe films.
Mm-hmm. He's got a comic and whatnot. So there are a couple of things going on comic book wise.
There are.
One that pertains to our fair state in particular.
Oh, yes.
Is that Marvel has started kicking out now, you know, Shield in the comic Shield is gone because it was all evil.
It was all Hydra.
Yeah, and so they had to replace it with something, and they're kicking out U.S. agents. So every state is getting its own Avenger. And they're doing a full line.
That seems fair to some states, but unfair to others.
Yeah, so they unleashed some of the variants. Each state and Puerto Rico and D.C. are all getting variants. It's 52 variants.
Is DC getting one?
It's I'm breaking up. You didn't hear me. I said Puerto Rico and DC. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I heard Puerto Rico, and then I heard 52. So I was like, oh, DC. Yes. So 52.
Yes. 52. So Winter Soldier is Indiana. Iron Man is California. Beast is Illinois. Black Widow is Connecticut.
Okay.
And the other one they unveiled is Louisiana.
Who is Louisiana?
Take a guess.
Black Panther.
Why would Black Panther be Louisiana?
I don't know. There's a lot of black people in Louisiana.
Okay, but he's not from Louisiana.
Who's from Louisiana? Gambit's from Louisiana.
Gambit's from Louisiana, but he's an X-Men.
He's X-Men. Yes.
Did you give up?
Gung
Of course
ho.
you did. You'd be totally fine to have given up. It's Spectrum.
Oh, how exciting!
Yeah, right. Spectrum, for those of you who don't know, is the Miss Marvel that looks like Pam Grier. She debuted in 1982. Her power is she can turn into light, any form of light, and travel at the speed of light, and shoot light from her hands and fly.
Oh, okay, yeah. She used to be called Captain. She used to be called Captain Marvel.
Yes, and she also used to be a New Orleans cop.
Yes. So that's legitimate, I guess.
Yeah, it could have been worse.
Yeah.
What? Good.
She's been featured in fewer high-profile things, if memory serves, or if memory doesn't serve. I don't know. She seems. I remember reading a lot when maybe it was during Secret Wars.
That's what I was going to say. Secret Wars 2, I remember being in that.
Yeah. Like she was around a lot back then. Yeah, but when you started describing her powers, I was like, oh yeah, her, yeah.
Is she got a black and white outfit?
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I posted it on the Dorque page. I was like, yeah, it could be worse. Could have Gambit. And Brandon, longtime listener, first time caller, was like, what's wrong with Gambit? And here's what's wrong with Gambit. All right, Gambit's one of those characters that's really fun on the page.
Yeah.
Kind of like Wolverine with the yellow and blue outfit. Like, oh yeah, that looks neat there. In practice, a little ridiculous. Because Gambit's got that little headband thing that makes him look like a wrestler.
Yeah, those when they were doing the weird face helmet mask things that were like there to let you know that they had headgear, but like actually served no purpose because like their head is exposed, like the top of their head is exposed, and their face is entirely exposed. So like, what's really the point?
Yeah, and he's like the water boy, except he can make cards explode.
Which, you know, admittedly can come in handy every once in a while.
And he's a thief. Like, it's just...
Which is even more handy.
Like, in the cartoon, the X-Men cartoon, which was fantastic, he and Wolverine kept butting heads.
Yeah. Because they were both people with mysterious passes. Mysterious passes. Somebody gave me a subway pass. Ooh, how mysterious.
But I honestly think that if he was around all the time, he'd just be like, okay, Sha, we get it. Go away. Like, I don't know. Like, when I was in middle school, Gambit was cool. Now I'm like, that's who we got? This caricature? All right. It's like if Wolverine always was like super about Canada. And he's just like, hey, fellas. Hey, I'm going to go grabbing the bats and watch some hockey, eh? No, he's just from Canada. Just, yeah.
No, I'm from Canada. Canada is not a thing. Just keep going. Just don't worry about
it's just part of who I am.
Not a big deal. NBD.
No problem. Yep. So that happened. The other thing that was kind of floating around was in the current Secret War 2, or Civil War. Sorry, Civil War 2.
Yeah.
Spoilers. But Hawkeye killed Bruce Banner. Yeah, shot him in the eye with an arrow. that Bruce developed. Specifically, he's like, look, man, if I lose it, you know, you take me out. And he's like, he was about to cross over. He told me to do it. He told me to do it. So he killed it. And She-Hulk has been in a coma. She got her ass whooped. And so she's been in a coma, and she wakes up, and Captain Marvel's like, hey, man, yeah, look, this sucks, but Bruce is dead. And she's like, what? So from now on, she's not going to be She-Hulk. She's going to be just the Hulk.
Oh.
Like, the thing about She-Hulk is she's got control of her powers.
Right. And you only need to define someone as a she something in reference to an original something that is not that she.
Yeah.
So
she's
the only Hulk, then she's just the Hulk.
Yeah, she's going to lose her shit and become all hulky.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. But there was a picture of kind of her like picking up something to destroy, and her body's gone gray, and all of her scars are glowing green. It's kind of a groovy look.
Whoa.
So that shit's happening.
The world is full of care, and every headline reads despair.
Yeah, I'm just taken to not paying attention to news anymore if it's not comic book related.
No, I'm talking about the comic book world. Everything's getting fucked up.
It's got to be dramatic, James.
I know. It was funny because, like, it used to be like, you know, the comics were like the escape from reality. Like, the more unreal it was, or the more like unrealistic, I guess. Not that you wanted something surreal or psychedelic, but people went to comics because, oh, the morality is like, you know, black and white. You know, there's the good guys, here's the bad guys, et cetera, et cetera.
Superman's punching Hitler in the face. I get it.
You know, that kind of thing. Now, like, you expect it to reflect reality a lot more. You expect it to, I mean, and when you think about the diversity issues and like how much comics of the old days didn't reflect that, you know, so it's kind of refreshing. But when you think about the gray areas and politics and morality and ethics and all this shit that is creeping in there, sometimes you're like, well, you know, I wish the world were more black and white, but, you know, I wish the comics were more black and white, but, you know, they're really good in color. So that kind of makes it metaphor.
I'm reading through Preacher right now. Went to the library last weekend, and they had, like, I read the volumes 1 through 3 of the anthology, or 1 through 4 of the anthology, and they had 5 through 10 at the library. I just grabbed all of them. Like, these are all mine.
Mine.
That shit is funny.
A line must be drawn here.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice because it's an entertaining series, but it's also really good at poking fun at comic books and superheroes and pop culture. It's very aware of its readership and like, hey, this is fun. Let's do this. It's all fucked up. Like, for instance, this vampire in Preacher, Cassidy, goes to New Orleans, and he smells another vampire, and he's never seen another vampire. 75 years he's been a vampire, never seen another vampire.
It's a long time to not see another vampire. It's a very long time not to see another vampire.
75 years?
75 years.
Did you get none of that? Did that all break the fuck up?
It was 75 years not seeing a vampire.
Oh, God damn it. Did that whole thing break up? The last, like, minute?
If you said something more than he goes to New Orleans and he smells a vampire and he's all excited because he's never seen a vampire, and, you know, it's all 75 years he's not seen a vampire. Was there more to it than that?
Oh, yes.
Then yes.
God damn it. I was talking to Sonny about this. I was like, hey, man, I'm trying to improve James and I's remotes because right now it's fucking a pain in the ass. I was like, I've got full bars. James has full bars, and it's not.
I do.
Not working. If you have tips, if you could fucking help us, folks, you can email us at dorkpodcast@gmail.com, and we'll certainly take your advice, because the remoting is it does fine until James goes on max headroom. Yeah, or I'll say something and 5 minutes later James responds because I'm freezing up on his end. So yeah, it's infuriating. It's what it's gonna feel like to stutter
Masturbate in the
real
dark.
bad. Yeah. Well, no, that's you can use your imagination.
Anyhow, so preacher,
I watched a video
Join-
today. What?
you watched a video today of
Fuck. I watched a video today of two guys with Tourette's trying to watch a YouTube video. Yeah, one of the guys has a channel where he just shows videos of what it's like going through his day with Tourette's. And he's got a sense of humor about it. You know, he's like, this is life. So you kind of have to take it with a grain of salt or else you get really angry. And so he and another friend of his with Tourette's sit down and try to watch a video together on their phone. And one of them ticks harder than the other. But when he ticks, the other one goes off. So for like a minute and a half, one of them is like, "Dah!" And the other one goes, "Dah!" And they just keep going. And they are English, so they have accents, which makes it kind of classy.
oh bother, oh bother, oh bother. I can't imagine.
You
I
don't
can't
have
imagine.
to. It's on the
Yeah.
webs.
It's on the internet. It's on the interwebs. Ah, life is wonderful.
Yeah?
Sure, why not? Sorry. I've just been exhausted for the last 2 months, so I guess maybe more than the last 2 months since July 11th. So yeah, a little over 2 months. This is what the fuck month is this?
September?
Okay. So yeah, just with school and everything. But like tomorrow they're doing testing, so I don't have to grade anything today. I don't have to update any shit tonight. So I'm gonna be able to get to sleep early and get like 8 hours of sleep, and it's gonna be exciting. So that's what I'm thinking about right now.
What time do you normally go to bed?
If I go to bed before 11, then it hasn't been one of the nights in the last 2 months. But I also have to get up at like 5. So, and frequently I've gone to sleep later than 11. And sometimes I get up as late as 5:30. So there's that.
Yeah, dude, forget it. I couldn't do it. If I was a teacher, I'd be like Indiana Jones.
No. And just
Like, where's-
jumping out of the window.
Yeah, where's Mr. Moore? He called in again.
Yeah. That's
You
part
wouldn't
of it.
think
Like
teaching second grade would be so hard.
I don't call in. I haven't missed a day yet. And there's definitely been days where I've been like, I think the world, myself included, would benefit more if I just didn't go to school today. Yeah. But I keep on going, keep on trucking. Oh, black water, keep on flowing. Because the kids got to learn physics, motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's really important.
They got to learn about force and work and power, energy, potential, and
shit.
kinetic.
I talked shit for like 12 years. Every math teacher I had, I was like, why? Why am I learning this? I don't need this. I have no interest in this. And I use it every day. But specifically in what I do, though. So, like, you can't use that on every kid. Like, what do you want to do? I want to go into sales. Yeah, you probably don't need physics.
Unless you're selling, physics equipment.
Even then.
But yeah, I think it's
Like-
important. Even then what? It's more about the sizzle than the steak?
Yeah, I turned off my video. That seems to be helping.
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed you looked like a default blue character.
Dabba dee dabba die. But I figure if it's transmitting less information, maybe that'll help. We'll try that.
I
and
believe
see.
so. Okay. But now I can't like react to anything that you do, or like the fact that you're drinking out of a large glass mug, and I was wondering if it was alcohol or not. But
No,
now
it's sparkling water. We went to
I
Costco and they had a whole pallet of the
LaCroix.
yeah, for the price of a 6-pack usually. So I was
Oh,
like,
that's
yeah,
cool.
that's all mine. So I picked that up, and so if, like all things at Costco, when you get a big giant pack of them,
Yeah.
they uh, they
Do
uh,
what? What do they
they
do?
give you like half of it is the flavor nobody wants, and then the other
Right.
half is like delicious flavors.
Right. It's
So
like a beat a party pack. Then they give you like 4 IPAs.
I like the IPAs. You talking
Well,
about
then,
the
well,
Giacomos?
yeah, Giacomo
Say,
IPA. Talking about hey now.
yeah, save those. I'll come pick them up.
Okay. Yeah, you should come. You should come hang out with us in New Orleans.
I'm good. Like I
we did,
like I give me another couple months. Let New Orleans cool down because I like
okay.
New Orleans. I like New Orleans when I'm not sweating my balls off.
Do you sweat more in New Orleans than you do in Baton Rouge?
I have to live in Baton Rouge, and New Orleans. I'm sweaty, and it's got that wonderful smell of the river just everywhere. Like it just New Orleans is muggier than Baton Rouge. I'll put it like that.
I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Um, but sure. Uh, this weekend we did host a what some would call a karaoke party, but
Yeah,
the theme of the songs was strictly Broadway. So
yeah.
we called it
I'd hate to come there. They called
we
it a
ca-
what?
cabaret. It was a cabaret. So we all sang songs from certain different Broadway musicals and such. And I actually sang one song from we had each person had like two that they were like set, and then like we kind of did like a potpourri through the rest of the evening as people were got drunker and drunker, and we're just like picking random songs. So I sang one song from Hamilton. I sang a song from Little Shop of Horrors with a friend of mine. We sang Suddenly Seymour, and
Mm-hmm.
I sang Schadenfreude from Avenue Q with another friend.
Nice.
So that was fun. It was an engaging night. There was fun. There was merriment. There were cookies. There was alcohol. There was lots of alcohol. Some people had a little bit too much alcohol, but
That makes karaoke better.
it does. Except when you have to clean up the bathroom because they can't aim at the toilet. Um,
No.
but at least I mean, it was out of the mouth, not out of the pooper. So
Only slightly better.
yeah.
Like you got to go to a karaoke bar and you play karaoke roulette.
No.
Now, what you do is you get everybody gets a slip, and they write a
Oh,
androgynous name on it,
okay.
or Chris. Something that could be a girl's name or a boy's name, and then
Pat.
and then you pick a song, you put it on there, right?
Yeah.
And then uh, everybody picks a name out of a hat, right? So you don't know what song you're going to get. You just know when your name's called, you got to go up there.
Right.
So you write down the name, Jamie, and put that in the hat, and then you go sign up Jamie for American Pie, which is the shittiest song to do for fucking karaoke because it goes on forever.
Forever and ever and ever. Yes.
Yeah. Or you could do something like the opposite and put them up for like Bombs Over Baghdad, which which they get international. I quit. I can't do it. Shit like that. And you could choose to not be a dick about it and put something fun, but why would you?
Yeah. I remember the first time we did the only time I ever done Take Me Out to the Ballpark or Take Me Out to the Ball Game on karaoke. And apparently that song is the same verse just like 17 times. Like if you put it on karaoke, it keeps starting going over and over and over again. And like
That's
after like
rough.
the fifth time, the guy I was singing with and I were just like, fuck this. We're not, no, just no. It was fun for a minute, but it was like, oh, hey, take me out to the ball game. Ah, yeah. And then like, take me out to the ball game. Okay, they do it any other time. It's like, oh, 3 times. Oh, that's fair. And it's like, oh, well, the fourth time, what the fuck is going on? Did someone just put this on repeat? And then the fifth time, we're like, no, it's over, Prime.
Who's that comic that has the bit about playing "What's New
Oh,
Pussycat" on the jukebox.
oh, it's one of Robert Rao's favorite people.
Yeah, he's a funny motherfucker. But that
Burberdibber.
story's fantastic.
Yeah.
Nathan, no,
No, not Nathan. It's Barbiglia. Barbiglia?
no, not
Is
Mike
it?
Birbiglia.
It's not my Barbiglia.
It's not Mike Birbiglia.
It's Barbiglia. Do 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 do. Barbiglia. Do 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 do. Barbiglia. Oh, it actually works. Barbiglia. Do 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 do. Barbiglia. Do 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 do. It's like banana bread.
Banana bread.
Do 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 do.
Banana bread.
Do 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 do. I don't know how in sync that's going to sound when we actually do because like usually when we try to sing, like there's a delay that we don't realize is there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It sounded all right then. So I apologize, listeners, if that affected your sensibilities. I don't remember who it was, but yes. What's New Pussycat? What's New Pussycat? What's New Pussycat? And then
I
She's
think,
a Lady, and then What's New Pussycat again?
yes.
So we were,
Yeah.
we were at this place where we used to do trivia all the time called the Public House down in New Orleans, and they had a Spotify playlist that they were using to play their music, and I figured out how to, or maybe I just stole the guy's phone that was actually controlling it. I don't remember, but I started adding "What's New Pussycat" over and over and over again. The best
Brilliant.
part of that is that it didn't actually play like that many times in a row because he would like cue his other songs himself. And so like it would play like almost every other song. But I played it like I put it in there like 20 times. And so like every other song would be like, what is going on here? And he'd skip forward and be like, okay, well this is a song, right? And then he would that must have been because I wasn't like doing it all at the same time. I think I like found how to do it on my phone. And so like I did every like few minutes I'd like add it again.
Whoa,
So he'd like hear it.
whoa.
What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's new, pussycat? Fantastic. He could be like, James, what have you done? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Motherfucker.
What's new pussycatting? So the season finale of Mr. Robot is this week.
Oh.
I know that's one you haven't seen, huh?
No. I definitely need to catch up on that.
Well, that's good. The writer and director, Sam Ismail, he said this season is best watched on a binge.
Oh, cool.
That's why he wants people to watch it. It's just on a binge. And the dickheads at USA, they were supposed to show the last 2 episodes back to back, but they didn't. They're like, no, let's split it up. Let's split it up. Give it 2. So the end of the cliffhanger, like the show is a mind fuck. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
But it's a mind fuck in the best way. And so there's a hell of a cliffhanger. The whole season's kind of been. But the point of the show is more like breaking it apart. You know, it's like it's a show you're supposed to watch and then like chew apart. Like, what the fuck is going on? And it's just chock full of shit for you to analyze and overanalyze. And Reddit loves that shit, so they're tearing into it. So that wraps this week. I know the first season is on. It's either Hulu or Netflix. Some one of them.
Yeah.
And if you haven't watched it, hop in. It's fun.
Definitely
really
will.
With you.
Yeah, as soon as things slow down, or maybe when I have fall break coming up, first week of October, I'll have a few days to binge and binge and binge.
You get a week off in October?
3 school days, so 5 days in a row, because I get I think it's like the 6th, the 7th, and the 10th, or whatever the Thursday, Friday, and then the following Monday are that week.
Well, that's refreshing.
I know. I was very glad to realize that. Like a couple of weeks ago, I was like looking at the school calendar, and I was like, "Well, these days are purple, which means vacation." Is this correct? So, yes, I'm as you say, stoked to get that much time off.
Do you get a week for Thanksgiving?
I think so. I think I get a week for. Oh, it's got it open right here. Yes, I get the 21st through the 25th off. And it looks like the week, in the week prior there's gonna be like 2 half days. Wednesday and Thursday are gonna be half days for the kids because we're doing testing, and then the 18th is no kids. I have to work, but there's not gonna be any classes, so I don't have to plan for that. That's cool.
You don't have to wear pants to class.
You're sure as shitting right. Oh. So there was this girl that I randomly had sex with in 2008, and she was like one of those people that like never cursed, even though apparently she believed in premarital sex. But she just said "sure as shitting" at one point, and I was just that always stuck with me. Like, who the fuck says "sure as shitting"? It's like you just did that. I sure as shitting did.
In bed?
Yeah. Well, actually, that was like before we actually decided we were going to have sex because we were supposed to not have sex. I was like visiting her, and like she was like, "We're definitely not having sex." I'm like, "Okay, I won't even bring any condoms." And then whatever.
Wait, had y'all had sex before?
Nope.
And so
We just talked on the phone a lot.
So you talk on the phone a lot, and she's like, "All right, come on up and see me. We're not having sex."
Yeah, because we've been friends for ages. Like I'd like known her.
But that was apropos of nothing. She wasn't. It wasn't like, "Hey, I'm coming up to see you. We are going to have sex," and she's like, "No, we're not." Or did she just figure that out? She's just like, "Hey, come on up and see me. We're not having sex."
Pretty much. And then we did.
Well, I don't know what the bigger dick move is. Like it's.
Well, I can tell you what your bigger dick is. Anyhow.
Like. It's like
which bigger dick between what?
Like
not like being told apropos of nothing we're not gonna have sex.
Yeah.
Or
like I had a chick tell me that once.
Yeah,
like
but
we weren't dating.
What's the other choice of the big dick thing? You haven't answered my question.
No, like the bigger dick move of like, okay, so just out of nowhere, just saying like you haven't discussed sex, and she's like, we're not having sex.
Or
or the other side is.
Discussing sex and then saying, okay, we're gonna maybe make out a little bit, but we're not gonna have sex.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like,
so tell me about your experience.
No, but this chick just like once, like we were at a party and I had no designs on this woman. I was just talking to her.
Well, I think in that case,
she goes, I'm never gonna sleep with you, and I was like, well, what? But I thought we were just talking here. I didn't realize this was you were taking this as me hitting on you, and I would never fuck you. But like, I guess
I think she's hoping. My thing is, I think she's hoping that in that case, it puts the idea that you want to sleep with her in your head. So like, she either does it because she wants to feel like you actually are chasing after her, that you desire her. Or she wants, or it's like just a power play to be like, hey, I'm not gonna have sex with you, but you definitely want to have sex with me. You want to have sex with me. Click, click. Hey, Jane. How's it going? Bye.
Hey, James keeps saying he wants to.
She just came in to get a bag. And when you have snapshots of conversations like that, you can make all types of assumptions about what Dorque is all about. That's Dorque.
Yeah, so tell me about all these women you were sleeping with while Jane was out of town.
I didn't sleep with anybody while Jane was out of town. This time.
I'm sorry, the chicks you made love to.
I'm gonna make love to you, woman. I'm gonna lay it down by the fire.
Dude,
rest your womanly body, make you moan and perspire.
I read a insult that I'd never heard before, but it's just fucking brilliant. Is a drill sergeant talking about this idiot recruit, and he was like, if that kid fell into a barrel full of tits, he'd come out sucking his thumb. I was like, that's fantastic. I don't know if they hand those out on note cards in drill sergeant school or what, but they got some good ones. Those guys should go into stand-up.
I know, like if you watch a movie like not An Officer and a Gentleman, although there's a drill sergeant in that one, Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah,
like that is
the only part you should watch is just that first 45 minutes.
Yeah, before they go to Vietnam.
Yeah, and maybe the scene with the oh, me so horny, me love you long time, and then just listen to Two Live Crew. You're like, oh, that's where it's from, and then you just listen to that on Spotify.
A dog without warning got an appetite for love, cause me so horny. Ooh, me so
Pretty sure
horny.
Two Live Crew's
Ooh,
on
me so horny.
Spotify.
Ooh, me so horny. Me love you long time.
Never looked it up.
Nor have I.
Well, give me a second. We'll get
Well,
there.
I mean, I don't know.
Two Live Crew.
You're actually looking it up? You're gonna get like all kinds of fucked up recommendations now.
Yeah, it's not going to be any more fucked up than my current playlist. We want some pussy. That's their number one. It's ahead of Me So Horny. You'd think Me So Horny would be their number one.
No. I'm not really surprised that Hey We Want Some Pussy is more of a in demand.
Really?
Really? I don't
know
know about you, but like in my circles,
Mm-hmm.
Hey We Want Pussy, Hey We Want Some Pussy was listened to a lot more than Me So Horny. I know Me So Horny was like, on the radio and stuff, and was pop. Maybe they made a video. I don't remember, but when people were talking about Two Live Crew, they were talking about Hey We Want Some Pussy. And these are like 12-year-old black kids, so I don't know.
I guess in my experience, it was Me So Horny, and then that changed in high school because in Friday, that chick pulled up. Craig's girlfriend pulls up her car, and it's got Hoochie Mama playing. So that gained in popularity for a while. But I would still, at the end of the day, I would put my money on Me So Horny. I think it's had more cultural impact as far as I'm concerned.
No doubt it was popular in its day, but like the reason people were listening to We Want Some Pussy is because you would never hear it on the radio. And so like a service like Spotify where you can, where it's not really restricted to FCC broadcast regulations, you can have the ones with more explicit lyrics more popular, then, people are going to gravitate to that.
Dude, they put out an album. They put out an album in 2016.
No.
Yes. It's called The Original Two Live Crew.
Huh.
I'm not kidding. Let's see. All the songs are explicit. I don't know if they're all original tracks for the album.
The next 30 minutes are ad-free.
Spotify's always they're so nice. Give me all this free, ad-free crap. I mean, I can't complain. Spotify's fucking free, so I try not to. But come on, Spotify. I mean, they're just paying me back for skipping all their ads during the day when I'm at work because I time everything. So I'm like, here comes the ads. Nope, haha. Just skip to the next song. Will not be played, Spotify.
Yeah.
Come on. They just played me again. They played the commercial, and then they didn't play the song. They're like, nope.
Sucker.
None for you. Okay, so this is one of their new songs. That's very old school.
She thinking all that about that money shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm telling them dead ass broke, stupid shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Yo, see, let me tell you just like this. I'm about to give me shit, cause I ain't with it. Talking about clothes and getting your hair done, and when it's time.
That's very old school.
It is. It's very in league with, the peak of their popularity. It's very of the time.
Yeah.
Not.
I was listening to Del Funky Homo Sapien today, because I woke up with Mr. Babalina stuck in my head, and I couldn't get it out. So I had to listen to that, and then that whole album from '91 I just listened to. But Mr. Bob Dabalina, that's from a Monkees song.
Really? As in, like,
Yeah.
Hey, Hey, we're the Monkees?
Yeah, it's a song they did called Zilch, which, like, I haven't listened to a lot of the Monkees, but apparently they put out tons of albums, and this was their period where they were trying to mimic the Beatles style,
Like really hard. Yeah.
Yeah, so the song Zilch is just, it's like freeform, like tongue twisters, kind of, and they're all going back and forth, singing repetitive shit. So one of them is going, Mr. Dabalina, Mr. Bob Dabalina.
Oh,
And Del the Funky Homo Sapien was like, oh, that's a song.
Bobalina, Mr. Bob. See, yeah, you're right.
It's stuck in your head for the rest of the day. You're welcome.
I don't know. I trade out my things being stuck in my head pretty regularly.
Yeah, that one's gonna get you. I promise. I promise. It's in there right now, and you can't make it go away.
And all I have to do is start thinking about John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith. His name is my name too, and the people always shout.
I know I'm drunk now. Ladies and gentlemen, I forgot my favorite.
It's got a video.
His name is
You should never watch it.
Dabalina, Mr. Bob Dabalina, Mr. Dabalina, Mr. Bob Dabalina, Mr. Dabalina, Mr. Bob Dabalina, Mr. Dabalina, Mr. Bob Dabalina.
That's catchy.
That's
That's
it is.
catchy.
That's in your
That's
head
catchy.
for the
That's
rest of your life.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And for those of you who've never heard the song,
Mr. Dabalina, Mr. Bob Dabalina, Mr. Bob.
it goes on. But that's the part that sticks in your head forever and ever and bores into your brain and eats your soul. Ah, Dale the Funky Homo Sapien. His three-eyed smiley face.
I think the first time I heard him was on the Judgment Night soundtrack way back in like 92 or 93.
That's one of your favorite albums.
It is. It was like the first real collaboration, like larger scale collaboration, multi-song collaboration between like hip hop and hard rock. You know, because you had Run DMC and Aerosmith in '86, and then in '91 you got Anthrax and Public Enemy, and then in '92 Judgment Night, just a whole album full of like each, a couple of different artists on each album.
Do we see that kind of stuff anymore? Like, I remember mid '90s, Biohazard and Onyx.
They actually had a song together on the Judgment Night soundtrack.
Oh,
They
yeah?
had the title song, yeah. Judgment Night. I was singing on the Monday. Judgment Night on the good foot. I don't know. It wasn't on the good foot. It was on. Anyhow. Yeah, but that was like, it was one of those things where you saw how many different ways a collaboration like that could go. Where you had some songs that were a lot more hip hop and some songs that were a lot more hard rock. And when you got a Slayer and Ice-T doing a song together, you see where Ice-T's like Body Count project was either came from or was influenced by heavily. Because like Ice-T had that Body Count that was like all like heavy metal hip hop that was. Oh fuck! Did that come out before? But no, that couldn't have come out. Shit. When did that come out? God damn it!
Ask Siri.
Why do I ask Siri? I'm in front of my computer right now.
I updated my phone because I like it when she talks to me. I updated my phone, and so they've changed. There's new options for the voices. And so I changed my Siri voice from an Australian woman to a South African woman because she speaks English but sounds really disapproving about everything you say. She's just like,
yeah.
All right, well, here's what I found about this. Goodness gracious. Like, we'll give it a test. Who sings Mr. Dabalina? Let's see if she can figure this out.
She Love Me is by Sprague Benz.
Yeah, that's not even close. But she just sounds like my Australian Siri just sounded happy about everything. She was a golden retriever. Anything I asked her, she's like, all right, Nick, I'm excited to tell you this. Like, and the South African chick is just like, I was sleeping. I was asleep. You woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning to ask me when Dr. Pepper was invented. What the fuck? And I like that. I like that in a personal assistant. It's a voice I can believe in.
Yeah. It's cool. I think so. Ice-T's Body Count album, the Body Count debut album, definitely came out before Judgment Night. Like I knew that once I like thought about it. But for some reason, when I think about those albums or those songs that like started that whole hip hop hard rock crossover thing, I don't think about Body Count. And maybe it's because it was so seen as kind of just a project of Ice-T as opposed to two different artists coming together to do something. And it was like way more in the hip hop thing. All the controversy was about views that were expressed more from the hip hop side of things, about like especially like the song "Cop Killer."
Yes.
That maybe I just don't, and like it exists kind of in a world or a universe of its own.
I don't think I ever saw Judgment Night. Was that Bill Paxton?
It was Emilio
Dennis
Estevez, Cuba Gooding Jr., Dennis Leary, what's his name? PCU.
Jeremy Piven?
Yeah, Jeremy Piven was in it. It was an early role for him.
Right. Wait, is Dennis Leary a bad guy?
Dennis Leary was the bad guy. He was like a gangster, and Emilio Estevez and Jeremy Piven and Cuba Gooding Jr. were like going to like some sporting event in an RV, and they were like going to tailgate, and they were really excited, and they got lost, and they like witnessed a crime, and then were like being chased by Dennis Leary and his gangster cronies. Oh, and what's his Deacon Frost from Blade? His name is Dorque.
Stephen Dorff.
Stephen Dorff, yeah. I think he played Emilio Estevez's little brother. Like they were all together. And they're getting chased by the gangsters, and we're through these neighborhoods and stuff.
In an RV?
Well, they abandoned the RV fairly early because it was like stuck in an alley or something.
Seems like one of those issues that a car phone would have helped.
Indeed. Sorry, I'm thinking about things. It's been such a long. I've listened to that soundtrack like hundreds of times, but it's been so long since I've actually seen the movie that like I have to like think about what happened there because like I don't know. I got lost for a second. I'm cool. How are you doing?
Right. I'm good. I am getting paged by the wife.
Mr. Moore, calling Mr. Moore. I was about to call you Mr. Piven for some reason.
You call me Mr. Dabalina.
Mr. Bob Dabalina?
Yes.
Yes.
Jason Dabalina. That's totally gonna be my name. Whenever I have to like put a name on anything, like at Starbucks, which I actually don't go to Starbucks very often. But now I will, just so I can have someone call me. She got Mr. Dabalina, Mr. Bob Dabalina. She's not gonna know. That chick's gonna have no idea. That song came out in '91. She was born. Let's see. I'm gonna say the chick working at Starbucks. We'll give it, say 22-ish. This is some random non-existent person. I'd say 22-ish. So she was born what? 94?
Yeah.
Yeah. So no clue. No idea.
Christ, I'm old.
So I'll put Mr. Dabalina on it, and she'll yell that out, Mr. Dabalina, and then have some dude in the back go, Mr. Bob Dabalina? Like, bam. Yes, that dude. I'm buying his coffee. I already got a coffee. Great. Well, you have a good day. You too, Mr. Dabalina. Mr. Bob Dabalina. With that, I'm Nick Moore.
I'm James Brown.
And I'm Mr. Bob Dabalina, and you've been dorked.
You have indeed
been dorked. Oh, this one sounded better. If this worked out, I may have solved things, James.
We may be onto something. We can take turns.
Me.
I know, but we may take turns being like, if you turn off your video, I'll turn on mine.
Well, like turn off your video real quick. Can you mute it up top?
Where are we? Oh, kill the cam. I think I just killed the microwave. Or it killed the microwave.
There you go. I just see your caricature.
Yeah, I use the
there.
Madman caricature me thing to do that.
Yeah. But it's funny. It gets little like sound circles around it when you talk.
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that with you, obviously.
Yeah.
I can't see it from me because I know when I'm talking.
Well, now I've got to make myself a little picture so you can have something to see.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun.
What we need to do is there should be some kind of thing where you can. Oh, not that one. Sparkle? Can you do Google effects when you don't have your video?
Nothing's happening.
Okay, I guess not.
Right. Well, maybe we'll try that next week and see how that works.
We'll fiddle around with it. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll see you next week, James.
I will see. Well, maybe I won't see you. I don't know. But we'll communicate next week.
Ha ha ha.
For the people.
Yes. Adios, James.
Automatopoeia.